Hi, I'm Alex Stanley Stretch, the Marketing Coordinator at Hoffman Nursery. Thanks for joining us today for our Solving Regional Problems with Plants series as we cover the Mid-Atlantic region. I'm joined by Jessica Hall from our sales team as she takes a look at several plants that solve problems in the Mid-Atlantic. If you are interested in seeing our full regional plant list, there will be a link in our description. It's also available in our catalog and on our website. With that, I'll turn it over to Jessica.
Rising sea levels affect areas along the tidal rivers, streams, and marshes in the Mid-Atlantic region. Prolonged periods of rain can cause flooding along these areas and even further inland as storms move along the shore. Floodwater can damage the landscape by eroding the riverbanks and causing the land to fall into the waterways. This quickly degrades the water quality and can cause algal blooms. The suspended sediment eventually settles and can clog riverbeds, can smother aquatic organisms, and destroy habitats. Floodwater can also be contaminated with pesticides, pollutants, and sewage. If this floodwater makes it to the oceans, it can destroy delicate ecosystems like coral reefs and get into our aquifers, contaminating our water supply. Deschampsia cespitosa is a fantastic grass for seasonally wet prairies and excels at stabilizing stream banks, shorelines, and estuaries. These wetlands are very important for absorbing water from storms. Tufted hairgrass is a robust grass that vigorously roots into the ground and has evergreen foliage. Its abundant flowers make it highly ornamental as a ground cover. As a bonus, game birds enjoy eating its seeds, and the plant hosts a number of caterpillar species that songbirds feed to their broods. I recently learned that one brood of chickadees in the time that they are being fed by their parents can eat between 6,000 and 9,000 caterpillars, and that's pretty impressive appetite. Erosion is a common process that occurs along the coastlines of the Mid-Atlantic. Rising sea levels, ocean warming, and stronger storms have increased the amount of water flowing through our rivers and streams, eroding the banks and causing more sediment and pollutants to flow into our water systems and oceans. Panicum virgatum and its cultivars are excellent plants for mitigating erosion with their deep, fibrous roots. Switchgrass protects the soil surface from the erosive forces of wind and rain after it becomes established. The fibrous roots penetrate and loosen the soil, allowing water to permeate the ground instead of running off, taking the precious topsoil with it. Panicum is easy to grow in varied conditions such as hot sun, moist areas, and dry woodlands. It tolerates clay and infertile sandy soils. Purple Tears is a newer selection that has a narrow, upright habit with soft gray flowers and purple seed heads. It's perfect for rain gardens, bioswales, and for meadows or prairie plantings. This cultivar is a heavy bloomer, and its adaptability makes it a lovely addition to the garden. Switchgrass provides food and shelter to birds and other wildlife and is virtually maintenance-free. One of the most common causes of loss of biodiversity in the Mid-Atlantic region is fragmentation, or loss of connectivity. This is necessary for migration, a diverse genetic breeding pool, and resilience to the impacts of climate change. Rising sea levels also contribute to habitat loss at staggering rates, as well as land use changes. The native sedge, Carex pennsylvanica, is an excellent choice for lawn replacements because it supports wildlife and doesn't need to be mowed. It spreads by rhizome and can be planted under trees, in fields, and in thickets. It is native to dry woodlands and provides a nice habitat for pollinators as well as cover for small mammals invertebrates, and insects. This in turn helps our songbirds because they eat the seeds the plants produce and the insects they support. Carex pennsylvanica is considered a second keystone species of oak woodlands and is also a larval host for several caterpillar species. It deposits large amount of organic material to woodland ecosystems, keeping the soil spongy and able to absorb more water. This helps beneficial mycorrhizae to grow that many wildflowers depend on. Carex pennsylvanica forms dense mats of foliage and is drought tolerant once established. It can be mowed, however, leaving the foliage long helps the critters it protects. While I have your attention, I know this isn't a green infrastructure plant, but it is worth mentioning that there are a number of health and economic benefits to having color in the landscape when the rest of the plants are going to sleep. The Evercolor series, with its varied colors, adds beautification to the landscape and increases property values by having an attractive landscape. Additionally, there are reduced healthcare costs and therapeutic effects associated with gardening. Everillo is featured here and is a favorite among our customers for its lime green foliage that brightens up shady areas of the garden.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jessica, for the great presentation. If you have any questions about the plants that we covered today, or any of the other grasses or sedges that we grow at Hoffman Nursery, please feel free to reach out to us at sales@hoffmannursery.com. Follow us on social media, and as always, check out your grass resources at hoffmannursery.com. Thanks again.